has to say to them. We're going to look at these churches in several ways. First, that they're actual churches that physically existed. These letters are specifically to these churches, speaking to these churches for their strengths and their weaknesses. But also, we're going to look at them as they relate to us today. You'll notice that the word churches is plural when Jesus gives his blessing, because it is a blessing to the overall church. It is applicable to all of us. Churches, not just this specific church. In each letter, it has a message for the church, but it also has a message for the individual Christian. So we're going to learn as a congregation what Jesus wants, and we're also going to see how individually we're affected and how individually what Jesus has to say matters. The individuals determine the actual spiritual life of our assemblies. It can't just be one or two of us, it takes all of us. And so that's what we're going to glean individually, is this sort of bigger picture. We want to examine our own hearts as we look at these churches and ask the Lord, how can I improve my walk? Is any of this applicable to me, Lord, as we read through? Each church represents a period of church history. So from the inception of the church, AD 33-ish, to future, to when we get raptured, each one of these represents a certain time of church history. So there's sort of a prophetic element along with the historical element. And each letter you'll see a similar structure. Each one will have a very similar structure. It'll open with a salutation to the specific church. It'll have a picture of Jesus that is very important. It'll be right out of chapter 1, and it's going to apply to that church. You're going to see statements regarding the condition of the church, and those will start with I know. Jesus knows the church. He knows this church. Each gives a verdict on the condition of the church. Jesus is going to give that, sort of what's going on with the church. A command from Jesus to the church, and each will give a general exhortation to all Christians. Those you'll see for the he who has an ear. That's how you know to clue in there. And each has a promised reward. That's for the overcomer. Look for those words as we work through the text, and you'll sort of be able to find how we can look at these letters.